Then it's the end of 2025 and you have achieved every single goal that you have set for yourself. Sounds amazing, right? Well, this can be a reality if you start planning today. In this video, I'm going to share 5 important strategies with which you can make 2025 your best year yet. So let's get straight into the video. What is the first step? How can we start achieving our goals? It is to know what your goals are. It is to know what you actually need. Because clarity is the most important thing when it comes to achieving things. If you don't know where to go, you will never know what to have and what to do. So in order for you to know what you actually need, it is a very big task in the current scenario. You know why? In this era of social media where everybody are influenced by what we see on social media, what we see on Instagram and TikTok, it is very hard and difficult for us to find what we actually need. Because once we decide this is what I need or what I want to achieve in my life, when I see someone else on social media, I might get influenced by that person and I can shift what I actually want to do in my life. And that is not a good sign. Because once you have clarity on what you need, there is a lot of things that has to be done after that decision. So there is a very simple technique with which you can find out what you actually need. So to do that, you have to lock yourself up in a room alone in a quiet place, take a piece of paper and a pen, sit down, notice all the thoughts that is going on in your head, close your eyes, try to calm down your head and ask yourself, what do I actually want? What do I want to do in my life so that I feel good about myself? I feel proud of myself. And what is that one goal that I need to achieve at the end of 2025? Sit down, take your own time, take maybe half an hour or 1 hour, 2 hours, it's up to you. But at the end of this session, you need to be very sure what you want to do in your life, or what is the goal that you want to achieve at the end of 2025. The reason behind that is when you have clarity, it is very easy for you to go and put in efforts and to take action on that one goal. And once you do this, once you sit alone, you will figure out what you actually want at the end of 2025 and then write it down on that piece of paper. So once you are sure what is your goal for the next year, now comes the next part. This part is actually interesting because once you decide to do something or to achieve one goal, there are a lot of things that has to be done to reach this goal, right? So what we think is, I will fix or set a goal and I will take these actions to reach this goal. But you know what is more important than this? It is to know what not to do. It is to know the things. If I do these things, I'll be distracted from this goal of mine and I'll be wasting a lot of energy and time on those distractions. So the most important thing is to know what not to do. In the same piece of paper, below your goal, your ultimate goal for 2025, write down the things that you don't want to do. Think what are the things that will take you far away from this goal, from achieving this one single goal. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to achieve your dream physique. Let's say you have to cut down, let's say 15-20 kgs from your current weight at the end of next year. Then the thing that you shouldn't do is to have a very bad diet, is to take frequent cheat meals. Or let's say you want to score 95% in some exam that is going to be held next year. What you have to do is you have to study, but what you shouldn't do is to keep scrolling on social media, spending hours of times on anything, on scrolling just media, on entertainment. So you have to figure out what you shouldn't do in order for you to reach that goal. That is the step 2. Once you have done the step 1 and the step 2, that is finding out what you actually want, what you actually need, and then the things that you shouldn't do that will ruin you reaching your goal. The third part is the most important part. It is doing the inner work. You might have the best plan. You might have a roadmap, the best blueprint that you can get in the world. But if you do not believe that you will be able to do or achieve that goal, you cannot achieve what you want to achieve. Let's say I give you a map and I tell you that if you follow this map and you reach that destination, you will get a treasure. That treasure has a lot of precious metals like gold and ruby, diamonds, and all the things that you need. And if I hand over that map in your hand. But if you don't believe in what I say, and if you don't believe that this destination has treasure, then you have no use of having the map, right? So you should believe on what you are going to do, and you should believe in yourself that you will be able to achieve that goal that you set for yourself. If not, preparation and having the best work plan doesn't matter. So the third and the most important thing is believing in yourself. You might ask me, saying is easy, Shahid. How can I actually believe? Because it is very practical to ask this question as someone who hasn't done something in their life, and in order for them to believe in themselves that they will be able to do and achieve that goal, it might sound illogical. I haven't done this before in my life. How do you ask me to believe in myself that I can do this? But let me tell you something, there is no other way. Only when you believe in that, you will be able to reach that goal. Let's take the most successful people, the most successful innovators of this world. They were all believers. When they told other people their goals, the vision that they had, they all laughed at them. We have seen n number of examples like this. But once they reached that goal, they achieved their success, then people were like, oh, we knew that you could do this. So nobody else will believe in you unless and until you believe in yourself. You believe that you will be able to reach that goal that you have set for yourself. How can I do this, Shahid? That is the question that anybody can ask, and I have a solution for that. That is the solution that I have been using for myself for quite some time now, and that is every day sitting alone for 15 minutes in a quiet space where I am with my thoughts, I am with my emotions, I know what is going on in my head, and slowly I'll process my thoughts and my emotions, and I'll get into a space where I don't have a lot of thoughts going on in my head, where my head is not loud and my emotions are not, extreme. So at that point of time, at that moment, I'll tell myself that no matter what happens, I'm going to achieve this. No matter what happens, I'm going to do this. I won't focus on the outcome. I'm not focusing on the result. I'm focusing on the process. If I focus on the process, that thing will happen for sure, is what goes on in my mind. I keep telling myself that, okay, this is possible. This can be done. I can do this. For sure, with this plan that I have, by following the first two steps, that is knowing what I want and then the things that I shouldn't do, I have a plan in my hand, and by following this plan, of course, I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve. This is what I tell myself. This creates a positive self-image, and which in turn makes me confident on what I want to do in my life. Confidence is the most important factor. Confidence gives you force. Confidence gives you direction. We have these three things in hand, and it might take some days for you while you sit alone, this constant self-doubt will creep in. That is very normal. That has to creep in. But as days goes on, as you keep telling yourself that it is just self-doubt, I don't care, but I know for a fact that I'm going to achieve the goal that I have written in that piece of paper. And after this third step, you have to believe me, if you have done all these three steps, 70% of the entire work is done. You have achieved whatever you want to achieve, and it is done 70%. You are more than halfway through. It is just 30% more that you have to cross. You have almost crossed the sea. It is just 30% more. And this 30 more percent is the fun part, is the game part. You know what it is? It is taking action. That is the next point of ours. The fourth point is taking action. As we have told on our second point that we know what shouldn't be done. And in the fourth point is, of course, taking action on things that makes you get closer to what you want to achieve, makes you get closer to the goal that you have set, that you have written for yourself. And this, when you have done the first three parts, you believe in yourself, you have a solid plan, you have a workflow, you have you know what to do and what not to do, then by taking efforts, by putting in the work, you'll be enjoying the process, because you know for a fact that whatever you want to achieve is going to happen. It has to happen because I have a work plan. I know what to do. So consistently you put in efforts. That is the fourth point, taking action. And the fifth and the final point that is very crucial is not getting influenced by other people. You know why? We might have our own goal that we are supposed to achieve at the end of next year. But let's say your peers, your friends, or anybody that you know had their own goal, but they were able to achieve that goal in just 6 months, or by September of 2025 they were able to achieve what they wanted to, but you didn't. You are in that process, you are putting in the work, but you cannot see results. It's 4 months in, 5 months in, 8 months in, you can't see efforts, but you can see other people getting efforts. You can see other people getting the results for their efforts. Now comes the tricky part. Are you going to continue what you're going to do? If you continue what you're going to do, for sure you're going to achieve the goals that you have set. Comparison is going to kill your dream. So the fifth and the final point is not to compare your progress with anybody else's progress. Understand for a fact that your goal is your goal. The things that you are supposed to achieve is yours. The process, the effort, the time, and the outcome is all yours. Do not compare yourself with anybody else. Do not compare your 6th level with somebody else's 20th level. That is very, very important. And you have to understand that if you stick on the plan that you have with consistency, with belief, anybody or anything that you want to achieve can be achieved. And I hope so with this video you got some value addition to your life. And of course 2024 is coming to an end. This year might have gone the way that we wanted to, or for some people it might not have gone the way that they wanted to. But it doesn't matter anyway, because 2025 is coming. All that matters is to make most out of 2025. If you're new to this channel, do subscribe and let me know in the comment section what are your goals for the next year. I'll see you in the next video.